Hi everyone, welcome to Long Arm Wednesday. I'm Laura Lynn of the Mom and Pop Quilt Shop, and we're very happy to see you here today. We're working on actually a donation quilt. This actually was asked of me from the Get Hillsborough Growing. That's our little community here, the little village that I live in, and the Mom and Pop Quilt Shop is located in. And they have like a little street party once a year, and they asked for something for their silent auction table. So I thought, you know what? I think last year I did a bag, and I thought this year I would do a kind of like a wall hanging, like a fancy, I don't know, I'm assuming fancy wall hanging, because I found this beautiful like bluey silky fabric, and I know it was donated, so I don't feel like I put money out to it. So I feel like I can use it for these sort of artsy-fartsy things, or artsy-craftsy things, sorry. And I had the Gamble Statler stitch out two patterns. It's called Ride into the Sunset, number 1 and number 5. And I put them side by side, and I linked them at the bottom so it's stitched out as a continuous unit. And then I've gone and highlighted, I guess, the background, to give it some texture, to make the horses pop, to make the trees pop, to make the birds pop. Anything that it had stitched out to be a detail, I wanted to pop up on the screen, or pop up on the quilt. And I've used a really, really high loft, very, very high lofty batting to make that happen with the whole puffy puffiness. So I only have a little bit more to go. So I'm gonna pretty much finish. I'm gonna start over here, make my way, come all the way over up into here and over here. And then I noticed just before we started to shoot, I missed a little pouch right here. So try not to let me forget. And then I'm gonna unpin it, and then I'm gonna hold it up for you to see. So when it's all done, you can see what I've done on the bottom, and the fun I've had already, because I've spent probably about 6 hours on this already. So I want it to be beautiful. This is for my community, and I want them to be proud to have, someone be proud to have it, and know that I put a lot of effort into it. So I'm gonna come all the way over to here. Look at those beautiful trees, eh? Look at them, and the horsey. There we go. I can see it just in the little camera, so you can see a little bit here how beautiful it is, but you'll see it on the big camera when it's all done. All right, so we'll come right up over here, right on our border, or little where we're going to put the binding on. So you're just losing the stitches in there. Put your threads off to the side. 12 stitches per inch on regulated. I have it off the belt, so it's all loosey-goosey. I'm in control wherever it goes. Okay. And I was doing more of a looser meander, or more space in between the meander on the outside of the quilt itself, just to kind of give it that little bit more of a texture and dimension, and then really more dense, closer together on those little parts in between. And just working your way. It's a whole like weeble wobble. It's like yews and dog bones and cactuses or cacti or whatever you want to call it. It's all those kind of shapes. It's like the Y's and, you know, that sort of thing. And you just get used to it. It's one of my favorites now. I was very nervous at first about it, because I was like, okay, where am I going to go? How do I get in? How do I get out? How do I not mess it up? How do I make it look good? How do I come to the, you know, the beautiful like pink stitching here? Or it's actually just a lighter purple. It's the amethyst, I believe this was. I'm stitching right now with Raven. But, you know, like I said, it's just how to get used to doing a meander or a stipple or something like that. And be consistent where you want it. And I left a few inches to be able to do this textured look above and below all the stitching that was done via the Gamble Statler. Okay. So it kind of really made it pop when it comes off. And it's, you know, I end up putting the binding on it, which I have lots of this fabric left over, so I will use that for the binding. I will make tabs for the top so it can hang, you know, hopefully proudly in somebody's either living room or, you know, hold on, I just want to get in here without making a mess. Okay. Hang in someone's, you know, like the party garage, or, you know, I don't know, maybe in their sewing room or something if they happen to win it, or, you know, whatever. I don't know. I'd be happy that it actually just got hung on a wall. You know. I had this idea. I thought it would look cool. Popped really helped me with the colors. I was so, I'm just gonna stop for a second. I was so out of whack with the colors. I had brown on here, I had like mint green on here, and I just couldn't figure out what to do. And he goes and picks out the amethyst and the raven from the box, and just goes, here. And I'm like, oh, I love those. Start stitching it up. Sometimes you get a little lost. It's, you know, helpful to ask somebody else who's got a little bit of, you know, color texture and, you know, color definition, and can kind of sort that stuff out. Sometimes I get drawn to a blank, especially when I had this, it was a big canvas. It was just a big bluey, shiny canvas. So I was like, I'm lost. I don't know what to do. But it's all right to get that way. Ask for help. That's what Facebook is for too. You take a couple photos, post it to Facebook, by golly, someone's going to give you some feedback. I'm going to say a little bit looser on the outside than I am when I'm coming closer to like where the birds are and stuff like that. And always give yourself enough space to work yourself in and work yourself out. You know, sometimes you can come into a situation where you're like, whoa, well then I just come into one of the stitches on the side and just do a little lock in the stitch and start all over somewhere else fresh. Don't panic about it. Just finish off. And you know, sometimes you end up making it worse if you're starting to panic and don't know where to go, and you end up with this huge straight line all the way across your meander, and that's not exactly what you were looking for, right? So, all right, there we go. Back to a little bit looser. Come right in close to that bird. And just work your way back and forth. Like I said, a little bit of Y's and U's, and we had such fun on the weekend with the weekend project, those cute little quilted pouches. And then of course the live stream, our third live stream, was so much fun. Everybody could see everybody's text, and we're all chatting away, getting to know each other. It was fantastic. We had some family show up, which was awesome. It was nice to see family. You know, it's nice when you have, you know, people and friends that support you, but it's even nicer when you actually have the family that step up too, you know. So thank you very much for that. It's appreciated. I'm just filling it in back and forth. Don't forget to move. Sometimes if you're going slow enough, you can stop. Now this is getting a little poofy here, so I'm just kind of going to just spread it out a bit. There we go. So I get close to that wing. Finish it off. I did realize, thanks to one of the viewers, that I did make a mistake. But that's okay, it's easily fixable. I have my green points and my pink points all going in the same direction, and the pink points should be going up and the green points going down. So I will fix that before next show. So thank you. I believe it was Alyssa who pointed that out. Greatly appreciated. I probably would not have noticed until almost maybe too late. So thank you for that. Yeah, it's just in the excitement. The second row came out fine. I guess in my excitement for the first row. But we are loving the live streams. It's been very much a family participant sort of day here in the quilt shop, and it's nice to kind of get us all cohesive on the same sort of page and all focusing on the same thing. It's actually, it's very rewarding. It's very rewarding and very I don't know, accomplishing. So that's it's making us proud. Just happy we're doing things that are coming together and are at least entertaining and making people happy as much as it makes us happy. Hopefully the shine isn't too bad with the small camera. I kind of want to end up on the border area there, like the binding area. So I'm going to come back in here and do these trees. Okay, come get a little bit closer together because that's how I'm trying to keep with the consistency I've been working with so far. If you have to slow down, don't rush it. This is, you know, it's your project. You can take as much time as you need. Come up underneath those branches of the tree, weeble and wobble. Try not to go too much in a similar direction all the time. Okay. I love the amethyst purple on this bluey fabric. It just pops out. And then, like I said, I'm using Raven right now to do the stipple-y stitch. Or meander. I guess, is there a difference between a stipple and meander? I've seen them both in my Statler with very similar looks. So is it just the same word for the same thing? Like, I don't know. If anybody can help feedback on that, that would be awesome. Okay, and it's just a little poofy there. I'm gonna come around my tree. There we go. And fill in a little bit here. Come back around to my tree. This way, weaving and wobbing as we're going. Okay, and we're almost done this little section here, and then I have to do that last little poofy part that I forgot near a couple of trees there, and then I will unpin it and show you all the mischief I have been up to with this wall hanging. Okay, a little looser. Have a nice relaxed grip on your, handles too, or the fabric that you're using if you're doing it on your domestic and you're just doing it under the needle head there, is doing a free motion. Have a, good grip, but relaxed grip. It's not a death grip, right? As I've said before, especially with a long arm, when you got the two handles here, I almost feel like you're fighting the Red Baron, but you're not. Just relax. Okay, alrighty. Okay, that is that section all done. Look how pretty it is. Love it. Love it. Okay, trimming those, coming back to this one little part that I missed right here. And then we'll fill that in, and then I will unpin it. Okay, so just give me a couple more minutes to finish this. You want to come close to those stitches. You want to come mix it up a bit. Got to come back. Come up a bit. Come back. Try not to go over them, but if you do, I really wouldn't panic too much. Just kind of fill it in. We'll go and fill up this corner here first and then come back. You want all sorts of different stitches. You're trying to want not any much to the same in the same area, or it looks too repetitive, and you want the randomness of it. Okay. I'm just going to end right where I had touched with those stitches right there, so it makes them disappear. Okay. There we go. Now I just want to do a little double check here that I am, oops, got thread falling from me. It's squeaking too. That I didn't miss anything before I unpin it. Though I can pin it back up without any issue. That's not a problem. I just, while I'm here. There was a little corner missing in this fabric, but that's okay. I quilted all the way up to the edge, and I will trim it. And like I say, I plan to make some tabs with the leftover bits of fabric and also for the binding. Okay, so I'll bring it over here. Okay. We'll release the top and I will unpin those. Okay. Just move this back a little bit here. Got my little big pin holder, pin holder or pin magnet, not pig magnet. Though I do like bacon. I do like me some bacon. All right. Okay, let's go on the other side here and just unpin these. I do have the leader grips. I don't really like them. I do have them, you know, so, and I have tried to use them on several occasions. I do find it just very frustrating because it tweaks and twiddles my quilt, and I don't like that. If I pin it, I know exactly where it is. It's not going anywhere. I'm not having to question whether my seams are straight because it decided it was going to twist rounded or something like that. So I do have them, but I prefer to pin. I would rather take the extra 20 minutes to pin a queen size quilt or whatever than be frustrated as I'm quilting. So, okay, we'll put that one there, release the bottom. Okay. And I have lots extra on the bottom here. Let me just bring it up and unpin it first, and then I will show you. Cat's at a scratch post. I thought somebody was trying to break in. It's like, what's going on? All right, almost there. Very strong magnet. Hopefully everybody else did enjoy the live stream and is having a very fantastic Wednesday. I have to tell you, these days are going by way too fast. It feels like, you know, beginning of September is creeping up and I don't want it to. It's coming too fast. I'm not prepared. I had a long list of stuff I wanted to do this summer and I'm not doing it and I haven't touched it. And there's just weeks left. Oops, do not step on that one. Let me grab that before we put my pin holder away. Hold on. Put that there. This is here. Okay, I'm gonna stand back and hold that up. And hopefully Pop can get a good look at it. And hopefully it looks really cool from your position because it looks really cool from mine. What you think, Pop? Looks good? Yeah? Awesome. Okay, I'm going to do a little flipperoni, if that's okay. So you can see what the back looks like. I just chose a nice creamy colored backing, just in case it, you know, they didn't like the shiny part. So I chose that. So I'll flip around here. And of course, you can see there's a couple of tails I have to deal with, but isn't that kind of cool? You can really see all the detail there. So I think it turns out fantastic. I'm super in love with it. I really hope somebody bids on it and or they get it for a really good deal. I don't care. I had fun. I think it looks pretty. I love the horses. We're a very big horse community here, so I'm hoping that at least somebody will snab it. So, all right, so that's a Long Arm Wednesday for today. We really appreciate you watching and viewing and checking out the live stream. We do it, the fourth one's coming up. I can't believe it, but the fourth one's coming up on Sunday at 3 p.m. Eastern time. So if you want to watch, that would be awesome. Thank you. We love to see comments and stuff. And also watch for the Facebook. We usually try to post within the hour beforehand. I think we had a 15-minute the second time, a 5-minute the third time. We'll try and maybe give you a half hour and a 15 or something for the fourth. I don't know, just trying to get people, you know, interested and make sure that they're you know, that they can get a chance to come and not miss it. So thank you very much for watching. Have a fantastic Wednesday, and we'll see you on Weekend Project. Bye.